So tell everybody about your story, girl.
Thank you, thank you. So I'm Trina Frierson, founding CEO of Mending Hearts. First and foremost, I want to thank Megan. Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where are you? I love you. I love you. Okay. I love you because you make it. And I love you because you fight for us no matter what. And not just for me or Mending Hearts, but for this city. And opening your doors tonight, allowing all these people to come in to continue to impact and fight this body. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay. Whew. I'm Trina Frierson, founding CEO of Mending Hearts. And the mission of Mending Hearts was built off of my personal story. I can't tell you the whole story. You have to come and see me, and then I'll tell you the rest. Right? But the mission was that I was homeless and indigent, and there wasn't a lot of services for me. And I left incarceration and went to a home, which was a transitional home. There, I did have a bed and shelter, but there was a lot of things that I didn't have. And I faced a lot of barriers, and there was thoughts in my mind that, hey, I may need to go back to do what I always done, right? I didn't have family support. There weren't clothes for me. I done lost a little weight, right? But I came out 450, right? I couldn't wear the same clothes I went in with. In clothes closets today, in most houses, you may have, or you may can swap out clothes with your roommate, right? Well, I was a big girl. You wasn't swapping out with me, right? Unless I was putting one pants on one leg, right? So I found a lot of barriers, and you know, at that time when I left jail, I used to go out and speak to the Boys and Girls Clubs in handcuffs. Why? Because when I was in the treatment program, I started a relapse prevention program. Something magical happened, and I wanted to turn my life around in jail. And in there, they started taking me out on the van, handcuffed in my brown jacket. Hopefully you'll see it when the book comes out. But one of the things that happened was when I got out and went into the house, there was a whole lot of barriers. I didn't think I could make it. But there was a group of women in that house. And I didn't have money, food, or clothes. And I didn't have transportation. And one girl said, you got to get up and go look for a job the next day. Here's my bus card. I'm off for the next 2 days. You can use it. Another girl stepped up and said, hey, I'm off on Fridays. I have a car. I'll take you to look for a job. They showed me where to go to the food banks and said, go and get what they give you in that little box with a peanut butter stack of crackers. You know, the block of butter, can of peanut butter. She said, bring that, and that's your contribution. I said, I can't do that. She said, yes, you can, and you eat when we eat. They loved me. They met me where I was. If it wasn't for those women, we talking about women, right? I wouldn't have survived. But along the way, women were calling me, asking me, was I still clean? I said, yeah, why you ask that? Well, if you can stay clean, Trina, I know I can stay clean, right? It's like, when I get out, will you help me? And I was like, yeah. And so something started to happen. There was a chain effect that I was calling and writing. We were swapping out resources. And something told me to write on a piece of paper. When women get out of jail, they need a resource center, a place to go. And they need to come to this facility and be able to get shelter, food, clothing, therapy, counseling, whatever that is, right? And I just thought it was going to be a little building. And I wrote up something, didn't know what I was doing, couldn't type or nothing, right? But I wrote up something and showed it to one of my friends, and he said, you're just missing a house. You got a whole program. And I said, no, Mike, it's a resource center. He said, you need to go back and read it for yourself. And so I did. I'm a 17-time felon who had little faith after coming out, didn't believe, and didn't think any of you guys would ever believe in me as well, right? Once you lose family support, you can't even imagine somebody in the community supporting you. But I want you to know it was people in the community that supported me, that gave me my new hope. And because of that, I was able to believe. And listen, I had lost all parental rights of my kids. Listen, they called me back to court, and I thought they was trying to arrest me for something. I thought they forgot to arrest me, and they finally got me, right? But they wanted child support on one of these occasions, but the next time it was about my daughter. And she was in the courtroom saying, "Mama, I want my mama." My low self-esteem wasn't ready for me to be a parent again. And when they ordered her back to me, I said, whoa, 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 I live in a halfway house. We can't have kids. My self-worth and self-esteem wouldn't allow me the ability to accept my daughter back. But the judge said, I order this child back to this woman today. And I said, whoa. I went home crying. Roommates again. Said, we're going to get a house and show you how to take care of that daughter. And they did. They went back to jail. I stayed on. Eventually we moved in a place. Me and my ex, we raised these kids, working 2 jobs, started a cleaning service. After I showed this guy this resource center I thought I was going to use, right? We ended up using the cleaning service money to fund our own personal home so that women could come into recovery services without payment. So everything we didn't need to live on from our cleaning service, those monies would go into helping women come into our home. The first woman came into our home with our kids and slept on our couch for a couple of weeks until we moved out. From there, we ended up pop-up shops here, there, everywhere. In fact, I remember over in North Nashville off of 10th Avenue, the association tried to put me out for having recovery in their community. But there was a lady over on Jefferson Street, one of the councils now. She said, if you believe in what you're doing, you stand for what you're doing. And I did. And as a result, we started as a transitional program, just bringing in shelter. Maslow's hierarchy needs is all I wanted to do. And I just wanted to show you that if I could do it, you could do it. And as a result, women started flooding us, and we had to open up new houses. And now, like, we went from shelter to hope and healing to now, we are the largest female full continuum of care in the state of Tennessee. We have a capacity area of 119 women. We have detox, residential treatment, partial hospitalization, intensive outpatient community peer program, right? Whoever thought that a felony, 17-time felony, would be able to hire a medical director, a therapist, a counselor. And we've come a long way. For the first 3 years, our cleaning service financed the nonprofit. I didn't have the knowledge that I have today that gather women up like you and let's start a nonprofit. I did it from the seat of my pants, but I wouldn't change anything, because if I did, I wouldn't get to meet people like you today. But as a result, Mending Hearts is alive and breathing, and we're helping women, not just pregnant women, not just black women, not just white women. We're helping women, and we're meeting them where they are if they have an addiction with a mental illness. And guess what? We're going to help them whether they have the ability to pay or not. I used to get in trouble with my team because if we had 4 or 5 beds open, I would go down under the bridge and start collecting people, right? And they said, the only way we're going to stop her is keep the beds full. And so they do. I don't go down there no more, right? And I'm grateful that I have a supportive team. My executive director, Heather McBee, she's been with me a little over a year now. Came in and gave me a real breath of fresh air, and I'm able to get out in the community to do what they say I'm supposed to do, right? You know, because you're the founding CEO, you know, you really don't run nothing. They tell you what to do, right? And then we have a newly found Chief Development Director, Max. He's been here a little over a month. We appreciate you, Max. We know that you're surrounded by women, but hey, it's a girl's world, right? But more so, man, I am forever grateful. There's been so many organizations to help us. And I was telling somebody over in the corner that you guys came up with the most amazing name, Impact 100. And it's so amazing because you're doing exactly what it says. You're impacting. Listen, you guys, we wrote a grant to you guys on the first round, I'm going to be honest. We did not get awarded. Listen, if anybody here wants to write a grant to impact, you might need to go to a session first. It is a tedious job, and they mean they want their money to go where they say it's going to go. And you need to be ready to receive their money. And I wasn't upset because we got denied. I was really appreciative because in response to you guys denying us, you came back and told us what you were looking for. And we had it, we just didn't write it. Right? And so we went back hard the next time. We meant we were going to write every little line, right? And it was so refreshing because we needed to be impacted. We needed more counselors. You guys help us supply more counselors to meet the demands of the women we serve in our detox, our treatment, our partial hospitalization. Listen, you guys helped us help our women. Because it's one thing that you help with our counseling to help the individuals with their therapy, right? But what happens when the individuals leave us and they move on to their independence? You guys help with their utilities. It's hard to find housing in Nashville. You guys helped us with this grant that these women were impacted in a way that they could leave this place and transition over into their own home. And I have so many wonderful stories that women come back and say, I'm moving into my own apartment. And my financial officer says, yes, courtesy of Impact 100. So it's a blessing, not just for you guys to impact our agency, but you need to know that your dollars have went beyond, way beyond the 4-block campus of Mending Hearts. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we're in a community that people would have frowned upon, but today people like you live with us, all around us, right? It's because we not only restored the women, we restored our community. And as a result, people are happy to live in our community. And so when you transition out of our community into your communities, just think, it may just be the woman that you impacted. So thank you, Impact 100. We love you. Thank you.